Howdy everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today, well, I'm just doing a channel update today, as you might tell by the title, but doing it to the tune of an Armored Warfare battle. So it might be a little bit loud because I will be playing alongside my voice recording. So, yeah, I've gotten back into Armored Warfare. I'm actually getting back into a few things right now. Armored Warfare, started that about a month or two ago. So no, I started that while I was on vacation, actually, getting back into it. So, Armored Warfare, what is this game? It's actually a fun game. It's been around for a few years, but it's got it's modern tanks, PvE, PvP. Very, very fun game. Not incredibly popular though. The region's still dominated by the two big titles, so it's really not very populated. Now, on the other hand, one game I have been playing a lot of lately was World of Tanks, which is really surprising because I basically swore that game off. But they had recently had that Front Lines battle mode, which was freaking amazing. Front Lines is was an amazing battle mode in World of Tanks. It's actually something they really needed. Especially power creep. Now, something else I'm going to be working on with the channel is, well, launching into the channel finally, but over the next few weeks I'm probably going to be working on, I've got a few weeks, then I'm going to suddenly be able to not work with it, because I'm actually not going to have access to this computer. This computer's just going to kind of be sitting here off for about a week. And that's not because of me, or anything I'm doing, it's actually because, well, I'm not beyond vacation, but I'll have relatives in town that'll be on vacation and visiting. So the room that it's in is technically the spare room. So the room with this computer is gonna have people actually sleeping in the room. So I'm not actually gonna have access to this computer. Which will be highly inconvenient for making videos. And by highly inconvenient, I mean not really possible at all. But in the meantime, plan to make videos about once a day, do 6 videos a week. Again. I do have one I planned for today, which today is the day after well, not quite the day after recording, because I'm recording this after work. But the one I planned for this, my recording software decided to chop it into 5 nice, neat little segments. And I don't have any good editing software on this computer. So I have to snip it all back together, which is very highly inconvenient, but highly possible. So that's, and then I'm also not going to do videos on one of my days off. I'm just not going to do it, because I'm going to work it around my work schedule, mostly, or as a plan. So at the same time, I'm not going to do probably one day a week. So tomorrow, I won't have a video, or at least I don't plan on it, because I'm not going to try and edit that together on my day off. That's just I just don't have the time. At the same time, there's also the fact that, well, at the same time, I'm also going to be working on live streams, so the channel, so my next video that I'm planning, which should be for Friday, hopefully, don't cross your fingers, I have 5 pieces to stitch together. Because it's, well, let's just say, annoying software.
Identify. Hostile PC.
Software was annoying and made it into 5 individual segments instead of one long video. That's just how that happens to go, so I don't necessarily have much to talk about, but I do have much to talk about in the future. At the same time, the plan is take my live streams that I'm working on, or going to be working on in the near future.
Identify target. Hostile PC.
And they will also be uploaded about a day afterwards to YouTube. Now the reason for that is I don't want it's gonna be live streamed on Twitch. And that's just how it's gonna work. So on the planes, I do have standard OBS. I also am planning to switch to, or get at some point, another version of OBS up and running. I have it on this computer, I just have not actually installed it.
Identify target. Hostile PC.
The reason for that is there's no reason yet to really to install it.
Reloading.
So,
Target destroyed. Smoke grenade out. ATS saved us.
so that's just how that's gonna work. And that's just how my plan. What my plan is for this. So,
Hostile tank.
yes, I do have something called Kerbal Space Program. This game I've been working with for a while. Well, had been for a while.
Look out. Move.
Now,
ATS up.
that is something I'm working on again.
Hostile tank. Look out. Move.
The reason for me to work on it again is I actually want to bring it to video. So that's what the plan is with that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give me a minute. I'll be right back, guys. So the plus side to how I'm planning to work with this, the live stream it, which is gonna be mostly Kerbal Space Program, as I said. Being able to live stream it is very nice, as well. There's a lot of stuff that, well, I do have video in the works for that, but it doesn't include every aspect of that game. Such as, it doesn't includes launching a rocket, doing a simple mission, and coming back. But it doesn't include more than that. Things that rocket you have to build. You have to design the rocket. You have to build or design or set the systems up or set the stages up for it. If you don't set up the stages correctly, it doesn't launch correctly. And you have to go back to the drawing board. But it doesn't show any of that. If I was to do a from design to completion of a mission at a similar stage, it could almost be twice as long. In fact, I think I took twice as much time working on that design, or equivalently as much time working on the design as I did recording the video. Took me about 30 minutes to actually work on that video, and this is one you'll be seeing later. But it took me over an hour almost an hour to actually do the mission itself. Just that one mission. 1 hour to do that mission. It took me almost 30 seconds to prepare for that. 30 minutes to prepare, 60-ish minutes to actually get it running. That's quite a bit of time gap. There's a reason that I'm planning to live stream Kerbal Space Program and then push it to YouTube from there. A lot. Yeah, it's going to be more frequent at the end of that game. It doesn't actually have a victory scenario, but at the same time, to get half these missions to work, you need to go from design. It takes more than 10 minutes to go from design to launchpad to being launched, or to actually launching. Getting into orbit, it can take you 20-30 minutes to do this. It only takes it takes about 7 minutes to complete a suborbital launch half the time. But, and that's without, and I mean 7 minutes, that's no time acceleration, it's no nothing, that's real time. Now, some of these missions can take days theoretically, but luckily it's a game, you can accelerate the time on it. But it's days that you could be wasting. And to do that, prepare for that multi-day long mission, you need to actually build your rocket. And your rocket can't be something simple that's just a tiny little rocket with a command module with a Kerbal in it, some parachutes and a heat shield, and you can't expect that to go from one planet to another and back again. And by one planet to another and back again, I mean one planet to another planet, land on that second planet, take off from the second planet, come back to the first planet, and land on the first planet safely. If you're doing that way, you probably already have another vehicle at the other planet that is capable of going down to the planet, back up, and then back home. Or your one vehicle is probably capable of going there and back again. And you have another one to go down and up again. But that's super inefficient, because then you have to wait a very long time to actually do your mission. Unless you really want to be inefficient and waste as much fuel as possible. And that's another thing you have to do. You have to design it based on what your launch windows look like. Oh, am I going for an efficient window? Okay, so I need about this much fuel to get into the orbit I want to be in, and then to break orbit. I then need to have a blank amount of fuel to go from the orbit I'm in to the orbit I need to be to intercept this planet, or this body. And I have to have this much fuel to land, or to get to the orbit I want to be in. I then have to have this much fuel to land, and I then have to have this much fuel to come back up and get back. It's really intense, and some of the early rockets, you don't have to worry about all 9 of those steps. You only have to be like, oh, this is the only rocket I have, so this is what I'm doing. This is the only rocket, this is the only command module. Later designs, what command module do I want? Am I gonna land or not? How much fuel do I need to land and get back? Is this little lander gonna be doing all of its stuff? So, the simple moon lander, which is I think what I showed too, again spoiling parts of this video, it doesn't need much. It can return to the planet itself. You only need to build one vessel. You don't have to design multiple things. You just need to design a lander and a rocket to launch it. You don't need much more than a rocket to launch it and a lander. So, very simple design. Practice? Not so real.
I'm glad you're here, Black Company.
Simple.
Cartel
In real
forces
life.
are after our ballistic missiles.
Look at how
We'll
long
call
it
out
took
their position from the
the United
base
States to
and
put a
locate
man on the
them.
moon. The program took years. Me? I've only been playing Kerbal Space Program for a couple hundred hours. It shows you just how simple simple it is to try and put a man on the moon.
Those bastards, they're stealing our ordnance.
And I think
Don't
what I
let
did
those
was a simple
helicopters take off. Better
land,
it's destroyed than
get
fall
up,
into enemy hands.
back, and I even I'm not gonna spoil it too much more.
Hostile PC.
Well, I've screwed that up before.
Target eliminated.
I've done it in less time than the United States government. Okay, well, albeit in a game.
Identify. Hostile tank.
But I've also done things the US government and the Soviet Union did in it. Oh, I see a vehicle. Boom! Big rocket blows up.
They nailed us. Hostile tank.
Sometimes the rocket works the first time around, sometimes it's going horribly wrong. Other times, if it's working the first time around, you've done something miraculously right. That's all the game is. Now, as I said, Minecraft, that's not on this computer right now. This is my newer computer. Something I might eventually put on here, but not at this time.
We've lost some power. Engines repaired.
I say, it's not something I was looking at playing, so it's
Identify
not
target.
something
Target
that's
destroyed.
actually on this
Hostile
computer,
tank.
which is, as I said, this is how it's going to be for the time being. If I eventually get back to it, I might play it again. I might put it on this computer if I feel like playing it again.
Enemies approaching Golf 7.
Now, another
Don't
thing,
let them near our ordnance.
I do have multiple computers that I'm planning on working on. Said this room has to get cleaned up. I have like 3 computers in it. Actually, I have 4. I have the computer I'm using to record this video when I built myself. I have another one which is actually a blank tower right now, but it's one I built myself. And then I have another one. I have 2 more that are store-boughts. So I'm going to end up having to work on that one. No, I'm not giving it away to anybody. That I know, or well, I'm giving it to someone of my family member.
Identify targets. Hostile tank.
So, I'm not giving it, going to do a computer giveaway,
Target down.
but I'm going to be definitely giving one computer to my brother, who's actually in somewhat of a need of a new computer. He doesn't actually have an actual desktop that he can use for
Identify. Hostile
gaming.
PC.
The computer he has to game on
Target destroyed.
is my old laptop, which is very much an old computer at this point. Which at this point it's an old computer. It's been,
Ammo up.
I've had it since like 2012. So, it's been 6 years. It's a 6-year-old computer. And it's a laptop. Games I play, Armored Warfare will not run on it. I guarantee you that. The computer will beg for mercy before it runs Armored Warfare. It will run Civilization 5. It'll run... It might run Kerbal Space Program, but it will definitely beg for mercy on that. And I say Kerbal Space Program, well, Kerbal Space Program is actually fairly taxing. It's CPU hog, and it's very lightly cored, as far as I've seen.
Now don't let them steal our missiles.
Now, another one it will run, probably not all that well. StarCraft. Another one, and I say it will definitely run Minecraft fairly well. World of Tanks, not so much. It won't even, as far as I know, it won't even run it. Same with World of Warships. It's like you look at these games that I could play with him. Armored Warfare, World of Tanks, World of Warships. Nope, nope, nope. One of the computers I have in here,
Hostile forces converging at
old
Delta
AMD
7.
A10,
We'll take care of their cargo planes.
the
Keep them distracted.
5400, I think it is. No, 5700. And a GTX 1070, or not 1070, 960. That thing will run most of those games, no problems. Okay, maybe no problems is a bit pushing it, but much fewer problems than Core i3 2370. believe this is integrated graphics. Yeah, integrated graphics. It's a laptop. It doesn't have any. It's an old laptop too. It's not one of these fancier new ones with the GTX 1070s. And I say that in reference to mine. My 1-year-old laptop. Actually, it's almost 2 years now. Yeah, my laptop is now 2 years old. It's hard to imagine that thing.
No pen.
Mine puts many desktops to shame. But that laptop, nope. Yeah, it actually put my desktop at the time to shame. I don't even think I have that desktop anymore. It was so crappy, that desktop. But when I got that computer, that computer was better than my, as I said, my desktop at the time. Since then, I built my own desktops. Every single one, or most of my ones since. Last 2 desktops have been my own build. But that's, and I have to get one of these out of here. So one of these 2 computers has to get out of here. Other one, I'm probably gonna find somewhere to store it. Now the other one is in a closet. And the 2 that are not in the closet are the 2 custom or pre-builds. If you're wondering, it's like that one, either one of the ones I'd give my brother would be good enough to actually beat this one. This one is still going to trash them. That's also because I don't expect him to be doing things like what I do. You see me, you have me here right now recording one of the hardest games I have on my computer. Getting 85 frames per second. I do this game with 100-something frames per second. That is how taxing doing both tasks is at the same time. And for a game like this, if I want to record this, I have to actually have a computer capable of doing this. I realize it'd be just as taxing, if not more taxing, to live stream this, which is another thing I do occasionally.
Alright, the SAMs are taking out their cargo planes. Good work, Black
So you
Company.
hear about so many good computers being used for like 2 things, or for 5 different things: gaming, or for so many different things: gaming, streaming, and recording. Neither one I'd give to my brother. One of them will stream pretty well. One of them, not so much. And it's like I don't have the material to actually get the one that would do the stuff that I do better running. And that's due to the old architecture, or the old design on the one computer compared to the other. But that's about wraps up this week's episode. It's not quite the video I was expecting to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and do some other stuff before I end up calling it a night tonight. I have to get this thing up too. Dang it. Hope you guys enjoyed today. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. See you guys in a couple days then.